it is Krista here with XFIZ Fit. This video is going to be about squat variations and how to do them correctly. Don't mind me, I got like my little cheat sheet over here. As you can see, I got my dumbbells and a band. That's all you're going to need in these variations. Because yeah, this is based off home workout. So the first variation is just a regular body squat. How do we do that? So basically we're going to find a position where our feet are hip width apart. This is going to go for any squat. Hip width apart feet. I like to have my toes turned out a little bit, but if that doesn't feel good in your body, then you don't have to do that. Next, I'm going to squat down as if I'm sitting in a chair, just like so, all the way until my thighs are parallel to the ground. Big thing here, you want to make sure that your knees are tracking towards pinky toes. See how my knees are kind of open like that, as opposed to being maybe here in a straight position. This is just going to allow the glutes to be engaged. They're a larger muscle. It's going to protect your knees, protect your spine from potential injury. So anytime you're doing a squat, knees out towards pinky toes, boom, sit down into the chair, stand back up. Yeah? I'll show you from the side. Got my hip width apart, knees tracking towards pinky toes, sit down in the chair, stand back up. Cool? Okay. So next variation is going to be the jump squat. Basically starting the same way. Feet hip width apart, knees track towards pinky toes, and then explode up, yeah? Explode on the way up. I always think to have my toes be the last thing to leave the floor. Yeah, so you're pushing through, boom, toes the last thing, first thing back on the floor. When you're doing a jump squat, you really need to make sure that you're landing properly. Absorb the landing. Like, I see a lot of people do this kind of thing and land all stiff like. Ow, first of all, why are you doing that? Second of all, like, just common sense, dude. Your knees are meant to bend and absorb the landing so that you don't injure yourself. So absorb the landing, yeah? Roll through, squat all the way back down, and then come back up. So I'll show you again, jump squat from the side view this time. Feet hip width apart, knees track towards pinky toes, explode, land, and absorb. Yeah? Another thing with the jump squat, don't do this crazy, like I see people do all the time, this kind of thing. Don't do that. You need to have your core engaged, yeah? Lift up through your belly button, take a nice deep breath in, and then contract everything. That's called bracing your core. Any squat, you need to brace your core. Okay, so talked about core bracing, talked about foot stance, talked about not arching your back. Cool, I think that's good. Okay, next one is going to be a front squat. In my home workout program, we're going to do a front squat with some dumbbells, so I have those right here. Basically, we're just going to pick them up. We're going to find our feet hip width apart, just like normal. And we're going to bring our dumbbells to the front side of our shoulders. I like to keep my elbows tucked in. If they're way out here, you don't have any control over what the weight's doing, and it's way harder on your core. So keep elbows forward and tucked in. Weight is also kind of in front of you, slightly resting on your shoulder there. See how I have it kind of resting there on my shoulder? So that's weight placement. Getting into that normal foot stance. Yeah, feet hip width apart. Brace the core, especially with a weighted squat, brace the core. So first find that position where you're nice and straight, aligned. I'll show you from the side. Brace the core, squat down, back up, yeah? Notice I squeeze my bum at the top, yeah? I call it the ugly butt squeeze. Use it. Booty gains. Enough said. That's what you want. You gotta squeeze your bum in order to make it grow. And it looks ugly. So, ugly butt squeeze. Do it. I'll show you one more time. Front squat. From the front, just squat down and back up. One more thing about just kind of squatting in general. Heels. Keep your darn heels on the floor. If you notice that your heels are popping off the floor, like this, that's no good. That means, I mean, it's not necessarily like a bad thing. It just means that our ankle flexibility is not good enough to support our foot placement. So all we have to do is just adjust where our feet are placed a little bit. That's partly why I like to go toes out, because with a slight angle of my foot, I can now put more of the movement into my hip as opposed to my ankle. I can squat all the way down and back up without popping my heels off the floor, and I can get all the way down to depth. So again, I'll show you from the side. I have my toes slightly turned out. I can squat all the way down. My heels are still flat and come back up. Yeah, so just something to watch out for. The next thing we're going to do is a split squat. Split squat. So this can also be done with the dumbbells or just regular. You're going to get into a staggered stance this time. Make sure your toes are facing the same way, yeah? Staggered stance with back leg turned out, no good. Yeah, toes face the same way. So you're going to go on to your toe on that back foot. Yeah, I'll show you from the side. On the toe, on the back foot. And then you're just going to squat down till your knee almost touches the floor, and then come back up. You want to be in a position where your front knee is in right around a 90-degree angle. Your heel is flat on the floor, yeah? So, whoops. Again, we're just kneeling. Basically, we're kneeling. And then come back up. Biggest thing with this one is, especially if you have weak glutes, your front knee is going to want to do like that. Don't let it do like that, yeah? You got to keep it tracking over the pinky toe and then back up, yeah? Track over the pinky toe. Knees always track over pinky toes, yeah? Knees track over pinky toes. Say it with me. Knees track over pinky toes. Good, remember that. Okay, we got 2 more squat variations. Next one is narrow wide squat. So narrow wide squat is a jumping squat. Essentially, we're going to jump with our feet together and then jump with our feet apart. And when we jump with our feet apart, we're going to squat all the way down as far as we can, yeah? Second thing, with our wide stance, toes all the way turned out. We're going to engage those glutes, really work those guys. It's also going to hit that inner thigh, groin area. I know a lot of my ladies complain to me about, hey, what's this, blah, blah, blah. I want that to go away. This exercise will help to strengthen the muscles in that area, which will hopefully, theoretically, help to tighten that area. Okay, so anyways, narrow, wide squat, jump feet together, feet apart. Together, apart. Yeah? I'll show you from the side. Together, apart. Together, apart. Cool? Easy peasy. Last one is a frog jump. Okay, so this one is, excuse me, kind of hard. It doesn't show up until like your last week of the program, my home workout program. So, yeah, you'll work up to it, but this is how it goes. Frog jump. Basically, you're going to do a jump squat, but you're gonna travel forward, okay? And when I mean travel, like as far as you possibly can. So we're gonna get into our normal squat stance, feet hip width apart, toes slightly out, squat down, jump, travel, yeah? Again, you're gonna absorb the landing, whew, crazy hair. You're gonna absorb the landing all the way down, roll through the feet. I like to try to think about being quiet when I land. Doesn't always happen, but if you think about being quiet when you land, then you'll most likely be absorbing your landing properly so that you're not damaging or injuring your knees or ankles or hips. Cool deal? Alright, that's all the squats I got for now. Email me if you have questions, xphysfit@gmail.com. Thanks.